We are here with the second module of this course, that is English grammar. Today I'm going to teach you about the adjective. First of all, what is an adjective? Adjective is something which qualifies noun and pronoun. What does the word qualifies means? It means it is giving some kind of extra information about the noun or pronoun. Now you should be very careful whether it is giving some extra information about the subject or the object. For that, you need to understand what is the difference between subject and an object in a sentence. For that, we can have another session. But yeah, it qualifies the subject, whether it is noun or pronoun. So that is the function, that is the definition of adjective. Obviously, in the examination, you won't be having any kind of definition what is adjective. Let us focus on the types of adjectives. The examples are also here. For example, he's a slow runner. This is a quiet place, and it was a casual encounter. It was a casual encounter, not serious. What kind of encounter? Casual encounter. Uh, how is the place? It's a quiet place, and whatever runner he is, out whatever athlete he's a slow athlete. So that qualifies the common noun over here. Now we have the types. Now, if you look closely, there are many types. For example, there is demonstrative adjective, and then there is other types of adjective there. For example, proper adjectives, there are numeral adjectives, and many more. For the sake of the course and also according to the syllabus, we'll be focusing on these three types. That is, if the qualitative adjective or the adjective of quality, the quantitative adjective or the adjective of quantity, and the adjective of numbers. Now, adjective of quantity and adjective of numbers, they are really close to each other, right? They are really close to each other. So basically, numbers is very definite, and adjective of quantity is indefinite, but both refers to a certain kind of quantity. Okay. Just hold on. Yeah. Okay. So here it goes. Now, what is the adjective quality? I've already given the example in the bracket. That is great, honest. It refers to quality. Sometimes it is known as proper adjective also. There are other example. For example, kind-hearted person. He's a bulky fellow. There's a beautiful woman. This is an ugly-looking demon or monster, something like that. We can have an example. He's a great guy over here. Now it is referring to the what kind of guy? So he's a great guy over here. Uh, Madhubala was a beautiful actress. She was a talented actress. Now that is adjective of quality. So basically, here it describes nouns and pronouns, and it sometimes quantify them, and obviously it identify them. So that's the beauty. So that's adjective of quality. Basically it's the nature of the noun. Then we have adjective of quantity. It helps to basically point out the amount or the approximate amount. Now this is very important. Point out the amount or approximate amount of the noun or pronoun. So we have some, we have few, we have enough, we have all. So I got few chapatis in my lunch. I got few chapatis. So you have an idea that it is less, it is few, but you don't have the exact number. When it comes to the exact number, it becomes adjective of number. That's so you have one or two. So basically, adjective of quantity is all, half, little, more, not more, many. So it's basically an approximate amount of the noun or pronoun. And then we have adjective of numbers. It basically points out the number of nouns, and sometimes in the order. So then there is definite adjective of number is also known as numeral adjective. There is a definite numeral adjective, indefinite numeral adjective. But for this examination, upcoming examination, you don't need to be go in so much of details. So when I said few chapati, it becomes adjective quantity. When I got five chapatis in my lunch, that becomes adjective number, because the number has been mentioned. It's the definite one over here. So that's how we come to an end of type of adjectives. Obviously, there are other types also: definite, numeral, indefinite numeral. There is demonstrative. We can go do that in another lecture. The time is really short over here. Now we come to another part of the adjective, that is known as the degree of comparison. Basically, the positive degree, the comparative degree, and the superlative degree. So in positive degree, there is only one There is no relative relative person or relative object with which you can compare. So that is a comparative positive degree. For example, this is a good okay, Ram is a good boy. And when it becomes comparative degree, well, obviously there are two subjects, more than one subject, not more than two, but not less than two also. So that is, that subjects are two. uh, Ram is a better player than Lakshman. Ram is a better player than Lakshman. So good becomes better over here. That's a comparative. Obviously, now the superlative degree over here. Now Ram studies in a class, so Ram is the best player in the class. Obviously, more than two. And I tell you something, you need to follow the chart. Obviously, if you ask, I'll show the chart or something like that. But there might be some copyright issues, so I'll type them uh, on my own, obviously collecting data from the internet so that there won't be any kind of copyright issue or something like that. So that's the superlative degree. We have positive degree when there is no other comparison. We have comparative degree when there is two, and then there is superlative degree, obviously more than two. Now let us see what are the rules of change, how to change from positive to comparative or comparative to superlative. Let us see. So the first rule for this is going to be your favorite because you people don't follow any rules, right? So there are no rules. First rule is there is no rule. uh, Good become better, better become best, evil become evil become worse than worst. We have other examples. For example, ill, ill is also worse, worst. Far is farther, sometimes further, furthest. Uh, See, there's no rule follow over here. Then there is many, there is more, there is most, there is much, there is more, there is most. So I remember this example. For much, we have more, most, we have many more, most. And so these are the examples. You can find them in the internet. So that's the first rule, no rule mug up. Obviously there are other rules also. This is very easy rule. You have to place more and most. For in comparative degree you have to put more, and for the superlative degree you have to put most. It's very easy. For example, is an active guy, that she is more active than him, and Rama is the most active person in the college. Okay. Then there is attractive, there's more attractive, most attractive. There's famous, more famous, most famous. There is courageous, more courageous, most courageous. Careful, more careful, most careful. Right? You can get end number of examples over here. Right? Now we have another rule. If the positive degree ends in a consonant with a vowel before it, we double the consonant and then we add er and es. Right? By adding er and est. Okay. uh, for example, big. So either ends with a consonant with a vowel before it. Now big, in the word big, g is the consonant, I is the vowel, so there is a vowel. So we double the consonant, so big, then we put another g, right? Bi double g, and then we add er to positive and then est to the superlative. For example, big is the positive degree. For comparative we add another g, that is, if we double the consonant and we add er, so big become bigger, and then we have the biggest. Dim, dimmer, dimmest. Fat, fatter, fattest. Hot, hotter, hottest. I don't remember other examples. It's really not possible to remember all the examples. You can always go to the internet. You can always go for Ryan Martin King's grammar. That's very good. During our time, there was this book on Nesfield grammar. Actually, it was much before our time. That is a very good book, but those books are not available in the market. Then we have another rule, that is, if the by addition of er and est to the positive degree. Now the rule is, if it is ending with y, gray, grayer, grayest, gay, gayer, gayest. Gay over here means is it has been used over here as an adjective, right? So gay means the happy state of mind. If you want to refer to the homosexuality nature of a person, that's a different thing. That's why you're using as a noun. Now you're using as a adjective. So gay is basically a positive state of mind, a happy state of mind, happy and gay. So gay, gayer, and gayest. So these are the three rules. First, more, most. Then if there is a vowel before the consonant, we double it. We then, by adding er, it becomes the comparative degree, and then by adding est, it becomes the superlative degree. And the last one is by addition of ER to the positive degree when it ends with Y. Gay, gayer. If you want to give example, you can give the example in the comment section or in the Google Classroom. It's up to you. Now let us go to the next rule. There's the last rules, few rules. By these are very easy. Basically, everyone knows it. So by adding, er and est to the positive degree, you must. It's very easy. For example, kind, kinder, kindest, high, higher, highest, fast, faster, faster. See, you have to remember the rule. You have to mark up the examples. It takes at hardly 7 days. I'm see you can mug up in a single day, but why I'm asking you 7 days? It will be etched. It will be etched forever. The blueprint be there. So whenever you see an example, you'll remember the rule, and you could be double sure. Yeah, this is going to be the positive degree. This is going to be positive or the comparative or the superlative degree, and get the marks. So in this blackest, there's cleverest. Now we come to the next rule by adding R and ST to the positive degree. And the rule over here, it ends with E, right? For example, simple, simpler, simplest, nice, nicer, nicest, white, whiter, whitest. Uh, there is wise, wise, wiser, wisest. And the last, we come to the last rule. If the positive ends in Y and has a consonant before it. So you have to remember vowel and consonant. We change the Y into Y and then add ER and EST. See, in the previous rule, it was, it ends with consonant and if there is a vowel before it, right? Over here, in the positive, ends with Y and has a consonant before it. There will be no vowel. We have to change Y into I and you have to add ER and EST for positive for ER and superlative for EST, right? Uh, Happy, it becomes you replace the Y and IER, happier, happiest, heavy, heavier, heaviest, lazy, lazier, laziest, mercy, mercier, merciest, and then we have wealthy, wealthier, wealthiest, easy, easier, easiest, dry, drier, driest, heavy, heavier, heaviest. So that's all, folks. That's the end of adjective. I'll be uploading the next module very soon. I hope you're liking the lectures and hope it's going to be some kind of help to you. Thank you. Thank you all.